You wouldn't know anything about this because you ain't got a little smaller. This season is all about the big boy season. This is my weather right here. This is Big Bear season.
Oh no.
Big Bear. Big Bear.
Because the word motherfucker is a noun. It describes a person, place, or thing.
It's the motherfucking pie. Crew members. What up? What's up? Straight from the 504. It's the motherfucking podcast. I'm your host, straight out the 504, Beanie Man, aka Mr. Headquarters. And to my right, as usual, sitting in here, episode 52 from the 985, repping the 225, EJ, the motherfucking DJ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, boss man?
Yes, sir.
What up, man? What up, man? What up?
We rolling. Life be life as well, but we getting through it. That's all it is.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Shout out to all the teachers out there, man. You know how we feel about them teachers out there. Shout out to all the chefs, the cooks, in the culinary world. Shout out to all the deadbeats. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
Shout out to all the strippers.
Wait, hold on. You just ain't go 5
Shout out to all the truck drivers, UPS workers. You know what I'm saying? Sex workers and everybody else in between.
What?
Shout out to everybody that might be listening to this motherfucker. Hey, man, you never know who's listening. You never know who's listening, man. Shout out to everybody.
I guess. All right. I guess.
Shout out to all the people out there in the world, man. What's happening, man? This is motherfucking podcast. Make sure you fuck with us. We are on YouTube. We are on all audio podcast platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, just to name a few. We got a weekly sports show that y'all need to check out on YouTube, only exclusively on YouTube. But if you want to check out this podcast, you can check it out on YouTube as well as other audio podcast platforms. With that being said, EJ the DJ, we had an episode last week. We were talking relationships last week, man. We was talking about cuffing season. You know, we was talking about a couple things. We was talking about a couple things that do you have anything, your thoughts, opinions that you want to bring to the forefront before we get into this episode, man?
I think you said everything clearly that you wanted to say. I was just gonna say, wow, really? We going there? Okay. No.
Oh yeah, of course. It wouldn't be me if it wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. But cuffing season, you wouldn't know anything about this because you ain't got a little smaller. This season is all about the big boy season. This is my weather right here. This is Big Bear season.
Oh no.
Big Bear. Big Bear.
Tell us about it.
Teddy Bear season, ladies. Teddy Bear season. Unfortunately, this teddy bear has already been taken.
Right.
You know, she done hugged it up with me every time during the winter time because she does get a little cold. She just gets a lot cold during the winter time, so she gets the teddy bear to come and cuddle with her and everything else like that. But this is teddy bear season right here, man. You done lost a little weight, so you kind of slimmed up a little bit, so you wouldn't know anything about this.
Well, let me ask you this. So one of the questions that we had on there, you know what I'm saying, I was talking about gatekeepers in relationships. You know what I'm saying? Women be gatekeeping the pussy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel as a man we'll talk about hypothetically back when you was, when you was a single man back in your single days, we won't get you in trouble. But back in your single days, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel like women would gatekeeping pussy?
You were supposed to back in the day.
Well, let me rephrase that. Do you feel like women were gatekeeping pussy more back then versus now?
Yes,
Do you think it's more
absolutely.
easier now to get to it?
Ugh.
Look, what the reason why I bring that up is I've always said this. It's kind of like and we talked about this on episode 51. If y'all want to go get more full context, go back and check that out. But pretty much I was stating that, women, I got asked a question at work about men and women as far as why do men get mad when women get attention from other men? Why do women seek that attention? Well, it's quite simple. When you go to a club, a club is based off its popularity based off exclusivity. If everybody can get in that motherfucker, it's not a hot, popular club. If any motherfucker can get up in there, if
it's
any
a hole in the wall.
random ass, exactly.
It's
There's
a
a
hole in the
difference
wall.
between a hole in the wall club
There's
and
a
an
difference.
upscale exclusive
There's a big
club.
difference. There's a big difference. Only certain people can get into exclusive clubs, especially if you have that moolah.
Now here's the difference.
If anybody can get into a club, it's a hole in the wall.
Now here's the thing. Anybody can have fun in both of these types of clubs. Don't get it twisted.
Yes.
But there's different levels to it. There's different levels to it. So when you're having fun at a hole in the wall, you know what I'm saying? You normally, whatever happens, right?
Right.
You're not looking for nothing past that night. You know what I'm saying? You're just looking to have some short-term fun.
Pretty much.
Now, at a exclusive club, people that go to an exclusive club, they come back. You know what I'm saying? They come back because it's a vibe. You know what I'm saying?
It's their spot.
It's the spot to be.
It's their
Everybody,
spot.
only the people that, only the elite. We was talking about this if you watched the week 6 recap of our sports show. Elite. There's certain things about elite status and certain people ain't elite status. That's just the way it is.
Just again. Okay. All right.
And relationships ain't no different.
No.
When women dealing with men, they dealing with, and same thing with us men do the same thing.
Yeah.
When you dealing with somebody, and we talking about hypothetically single, when you're single, hypothetically, but when you are dealing with people in relationships, you have the ones that you know that you're gonna fuck with for long term, and you got the ones you're gonna fuck with for short term. That's just the way it is. Now, that person might not know that directly if they don't know how to read the room.
It's your job to tell them.
Well, yeah, you should be very upfront. You should be
it's
very
your job
upfront
to tell them.
And direct.
And both sides. It's your job to tell them.
Intentional.
Yes.
But in the same manner that we're talking about in this situation, right? We're talking about the fact that if you go into a thing that you call a club that is exclusive, you want to go there because not everybody can just get in that motherfucker. You feel me? So when you're dealing with the chick, the fine ass chick, the natural body chick, you know what I'm saying? She might have some 32 double D's in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And she might have an ass like Texas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The line gonna be around the corner, and the niggas trying to get in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The Wolves.
But
the Wolves
let me tell you something.
Try to get in.
But let me tell you something.
The Wolves is how.
When you know when you are a select few up in the motherfucker, up in the club, you know what I'm saying? You're enjoying the vibe. Ain't everybody else can enjoy that vibe. You feel me?
Right.
So when you have that exclusivity of someone gatekeeping that particular club, you have a little more respect for that club. You know what I'm saying? You got a little more respect for that club. Now
you can't just get in, just get in.
Exactly. You either got to pay, or you got to know somebody, or you got to do something. You feel me?
You got to bring something to the table. You got to bring something to the table.
And vice versa.
What do you bring to the table?
The club is bringing the vibe. The people that's able to get in is bringing the status. All right. So when you got the vibe mixed with the status, then you got a perfect fucking situation. You got a perfect scenario. You got a perfect relationship.
The doors of the church will be open.
Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen?